Hello everybody, good evening. It is Friday. Who's here joining me this evening? Is anybody joining me this evening? Are we all passed out already because it's Friday? It's Friday. Everybody loves it's Friday. Yay, Friday. I feel like I'm here all alone. Nobody's with me tonight? Heather's joining me. Marianne's joining me. Chana, hello in Texas. Marianne, Lori, welcome. Jennifer, Dina, Valerie, how's Abe? Adele, hello this evening. How are you? Zach Evans. I get a picture of Zach and Marianne sitting like right next to each other, maybe little Missy in between them, and they're both watching me on different phones, but maybe I'm just making that up. I could be making that up. They could be in separate rooms. Brad Hobbs is joining us tonight. Lori, hello. How's everybody doing? What a year this week has been. Hey, Scott. I probably owe you another peanut butter cup, Scott. You know? Nicholas! I heard you've been stockpiling gin because it's a disinfectant or something. It'll clear the system, Nicholas. It's like Purell for the body, for your innards. That's the rumor that I've been hearing, is that there's a stockpile of Hendrick's gin in Arizona. Like those guys with all the Purell that they can't sell. But that's, hey, I could be making that up. Oh, that is true. Well, hey, you got to make do, Nicholas. I love you all, and I'm glad you took the time to join me tonight. Does anybody, you saw my subject line, something that spreads faster than COVID-19. Any guesses on what that might be? Any guesses at all? Frank's joining us. I got a lot of early joiners here tonight for me. Any guesses on what is going to spread faster than COVID-19? A peanut butter cup and a scotch. Well, I have the outdated ones here, Scott. That's all I'm allowed to eat. They let me eat the outdated ones. The outdated peanut butter cups, which really don't go bad, but they have to put a date on them. Kindness, that's a good guess. I like that. Kindness is a good guess, Heather. Positivity. Yes, the theory of positivity is another great one. Negative customer experiences. No, Nicholas, we're not going there. We're not going there. Hey, Leslie, how are you? How are you? So, I'm going to give you what spreads faster, because you guys have had some great guesses. Any other guesses out there? Anybody else have a guess of what spreads faster than COVID-19? We've had positivity. We've had kindness. We've had Russell Levy watching. All right. Is Lily watching too? Is she watching to see what book night is tonight? I have another book for you. So she has to stay tuned for that. It must be getting near bedtime, right? So I'm going to save you reading a story later, Russ, because I don't want you to have to do too much work there. What spreads faster than COVID-19? Yes, positivity is part of it. Yes, kindness is part of it. But ultimately, what spreads faster than COVID-19, hey, Jen, is hope. Hope spreads faster than COVID-19. Okay? Yes, hope is faster than the virus. Hope. Heather Amos had hope last night, and she watched Melissa's video, and she got online and then had a $200-something sale. Okay? That is hope into action. Okay? Someone else was excited that they had a $30 sale. Okay? That is hope into action. Okay? Others have been out there supporting setting up Shopify. There have been all sorts of Shopify questions today. Okay, that is hope in action. Okay, that is believing in a better tomorrow. There is a better today. We are one step closer to the end of this, and hope is going to spread faster than COVID-19, and I am here to bring you hope. I am here to share visions. You've been sharing them all day, okay, of the hope. Christine Hassan's joining us. Hey, Christine. How's my favorite Pennsylvania lady there? But hope spreads, okay? Hope gets us through this, okay? Hope and the passion behind your hope gets us to tomorrow, okay? The American belief that we are going to be better, okay, and stronger out of this. That hope grows with us each and every day. And hey, Jennifer, how are you? How's my friends in Florida? I'm going to cover some of your topics here in a little bit. So, without naming you, but I'm going to cover some of the things you've asked me about today that I haven't gotten back to you on. And so that hope will draw us on, okay, and bring us forward. So hope will spread. It will spread across this country. Our town, the town next door to where we live, I just got an email, is going to do bell ringings every night at 8 o'clock. And they're going to do that at 8 p.m. every night and asking everybody from door to door to church, steeple to steeple, to ring the bells, okay? From 8 to 8:02, just ring the bell, okay? I'm going to have to run and wait on somebody, but that is what I'm usually having to do when the bell rings. But it's about ringing that bell because ringing the signs of hope. It's ringing the sign of thankfulness. It's appreciating all that is good in this world. And hope will see us through this, okay? But hope by itself is not a plan. So we got to plan for things, okay? We got to look at things, and we got to look at your questions and the things that I have been getting here. Nicholas, we're still on Aunt Sarah's scotch tonight, so that's what we're working on. We're conserving the gin since all the gin is stocked up in Arizona. I am having to conserve my scotch. Yes, I heard that about Connecticut, that the new plan to close everything, Connecticut's closed. Yeah, I'm not thrilled with that. My problem with the closures, and I wanna, and for everybody, it's a personal choice, and I really believe you have to do what's right in your community, in your area, with what's happening there. My problem with some of the closures and some of the shelter-in-place orders is some of the fakeness in it. And what I mean by that is there's other things happening. It's defining what is a essential business. For example, today, one of the businesses that deems themselves essential is GameStop. Now, on the surface, while a teenager in my house or kids in your house not being in your face and all on top of you may be an essential thing, GameStop isn't a place that I would normally think of as essential, but they actually wrote whole position papers that they sent out to their management, okay, today, justifying how essential they were to the lifeblood of their community and how they needed to stay open, and if any authority tried to shut them down, they were to call this number and give the police or local authority, these executives at the corporate office, to explain it to them how they were essential. And there's lots and lots of that going on throughout. And there's also lots of government offices, officials, not living up to what they say in such that, you know, today I saw several different regular construction areas, not emergency construction, town construction crews working where there were just the usual 5 guys standing around the corner looking at the one guy in the thing. So, and I don't want to get too political. I think, you know, one of the best things that's been said is that we are the United States of America, and we need to start acting like it. We're acting right now in our nation's response to this as 50 different states Massachusetts alone has 351 different communities. They're all doing different regulations. We need some cohesiveness. The National Retail Federation has been going after Congress asking for that, and helping with definitions of things, because some communities are outlawing warehouses and things that would then support restocking grocery stores and things. So there's a lot of different things going on with that, and the National Retail Federation is really trying to work towards a national response on that with the country, and to get everybody on the same page. So let's find my glasses here, and let's see what some of the questions that I've had today, and see if I can share those out with you. I have had, hello Pasadena, Jenny Walker. How are you? Molly Baker, I still can't do the Baker, Molly. I love you to death, and I love how I've seen you with your husband and everything else, but I'm not sure about the Baker. I'm not sure what I want to call you, but I just Molly, like Madonna, Cher, just Molly. One of the questions I've been getting is, with furloughing or laying off employees, okay, what do we do with employees who are on insurance? And is that a COBRA event, or do we keep them on? Do we bill? What do we do? If this only goes on for another 2 weeks, 3 weeks, how do we handle this? West Palm Beach, love West Palm Beach. Thank you, Molly. I appreciate you understanding me. The state insurance commissioners and the Department of Labor are working on this right now. There isn't a definitive answer, okay? They are trying to work with the insurance companies and the insurance commissioners, because nobody also wants all the work of moving all these people to state connector plans, if they're on your insurance, and then moving them back, and all the hardship that's involved all the way around, but they also don't want non-covered people. So I hope to have a clearer answer for that on Monday, if not before, because everybody's working all weekend, and I may have some more information on that. But I reached out to and got back from our legal team at the Retail Association, and they are actively speaking with state commissioners of insurance and the Department of Labor to work that through. So it's a very good question. Along those lines with unemployment, I've been getting a lot of questions from store owners, okay, about unemployment and should they file for unemployment. And that's depends on what you're really doing, okay? It depends on a couple things. One, if there's the insurance involved, I'd wait until you have the answer. So if you're on the company's insurance plan, let's wait until we know what's happening with that, because you don't want to trigger a COBRA or have to kick yourself off your own insurance, okay? So I'd wait a couple days just to clarify that. This is an evolving situation. But the other thing is owners never really shut off. Even if you're an S-Corp and you're eligible to file for unemployment. And in this day and age, what a lot of you are doing is these live videos. So if you're doing these live videos, okay, and you're claiming unemployment, that's going to be a record of you working on your business. That's not the same as doing bookwork or cleaning out the back room or painting the store that nobody's going to see you or have a record of a year from now. Okay, a year from now, when states are looking for money and they're looking for people that did things illegitimately and on things that they paid out, okay, and they can say, well, we have all these videos of you working during that time. You don't want to have that type of evidence sitting out there. So if you're doing live videos, do not sign up for unemployment. Okay, that is the trade-off. You are generating money for your business. You are still working, so don't do it. I've had a lot of questions about the SBA disaster loans. Okay, so SBA.gov, you go to the disaster loan page, see if your county and state and county have been declared disaster zones yet. If it hasn't, check back again tomorrow. This is updating every day. Eventually, just about every place will be a disaster zone, and you'll be eligible for the SBA loan. Again, these are 3.75% loans, and it's designed to cover operating expenses. I'm recommending to people to apply for them and get in on it. Okay, just to have it there. We don't know how long this is going to go on, although we are one day closer to this being over. Okay, we don't know when this is going to be over, and so please get that application in process. I'm going to post links later tonight, maybe tomorrow. I have a slide PowerPoint tutorial that was from the SBA that they asked me to provide. In that tutorial, there is also another link, but I'll highlight the link when I post it. Within that, for after you get through it and after you say, hey, I still don't freaking know what I'm doing with this, okay, there are local resources in your area that can help you complete the application. So I have 2 links that I'll post about that. So the actual loan page where you go, do the disaster loan, and a link for and the PowerPoint slideshow that walks you through the application. Still a government application, so it still can be a little bit confusing. So I will also post that link to local SBA resources and help that out there. Remember, this is an unusual situation for the SBA, but not-for-profits are also eligible. So if you are a not-for-profit, please, by all means, apply, okay? You should apply. You should take advantage of this. It's an important thing. Someone brought up earlier, if you are closing, okay, and you are shutting down your stores, a great point is to turn off your computers, okay? Weird things happen when you're not in a building, okay? Computers break, they die, they whatever. You know, it's better to actually have those computers off, save a little bit of electricity, but save something from burning out or a hard drive crashing, something dying on you. Okay? It's also real important to take an off-site backup. This is a good time if you don't already have an off-site backup or a way that your system is backing up to the cloud, which is a great way to do it on a recurring basis, to get with your software provider. All your software providers are looking for any way that they can help you. Every single one of them. I've talked to them all. I don't care whether you're with Liberty, you're with Traxia, you're with the Peeps, you're with Consign Pro, SBS, any of them. All of them want to help. They want to do anything. And setting up a cloud backup, if they could do that for you, if they could set up a cloud backup for you right now, that they would just love to do that for you. Anything that they can do to be a resource for you, whether it's setting up Shopify, whether it's linking you to eBay, anything that they can do, these folks are just, they feel tied a little bit because they're like, how can I help? Anything I can do. Russell from Liberty's been posting his tips of the day of things to do. These are all great ideas, but use them as a resource. Don't hide from them. Just reach out to them. They will be more than happy to help you. Joy from Turnabout popped in. I feel like I have to turn about now. Okay, Joy, love what you're doing. Love the new charity store. I'm so excited for you and what's happening there. I'll say back up. Fraud is huge right now. Okay, fraud from so many things is absolutely huge right now. Okay, checking account fraud. This brings out the fraudsters because you're not paying attention. So credit card fraud is high. Social Security. I've had multiple calls from Social Security. Which isn't really Social Security calling. people trying to hack your bank account or just send in fraudulent checks to your bank account. These are all fraud. The other fraudulent thing is from customer fraud. And that is with customers that are calling or placing orders. Oh, here's my bank, here's the authorization number. And you will see this even as things come back out of it. Oh, my card was declined. Oh, here's the bank. They're on the line right now. I called them. And they give you a number. Okay, the only authorization number that is valid for a credit card is the one that comes through your terminal, okay, or the one that you get when you call your authorization number. And that's very smart, Vina. So I'm going to come back to that in just 1 second in case people didn't see your comment. So that's really very important. So the only authorization number that's valid is one that came through your terminal, okay, that came through your authorize.net or your online portal, that actually came through your online portal, or one that you got by calling the number that your credit card provider provided to you for authorization. Those are the only authorization numbers that are valid, okay? It's very common to have someone, I'll just call, says they're calling their bank, and they conference you in on the call, and they give you a number, and you type it in, and you think it works. And then 3 days later, you find out that $1,000 isn't there. So remember that. Vina just took another good point, is vandalism, we don't want to think about it, but vandalism can happen at times like these, okay? And if it does, okay, Vina went through her entire store and took pictures of everything as it is when she was closing up her store tonight. Okay, so that she has documented evidence of what her store looked like, what the merchandise was, everything else. That is really very important to have that video or photographic evidence of that. Should vandalism happen, a flood, your ceiling fall in, all these things have all happened. Your sprinklers go off. All these things have happened to NARTS members before. So keep in mind that can happen, and just be realistic about it. Vina's covered her butt, and she's got that beautiful new store, which I missed because somehow I drove the wrong way. But hey, I will be in Indiana again. I can't wait to get there. A new pen for me, Valerie? Oh, that is great. I can't wait to get it. I love your guys' pens. I've really been torn lately. I've gotten several good pens. Marianne Evans, I've got her pens, okay. I have my cutie pens. I've got a great pen from my friends at True Fashionistas, Jennifer and Brad. They have a great pen. That is, there's just been some really good, you guys have been good with pens lately. So I want to make sure that, oh my God, $15,000, Russell, on from one of your clients earlier this month. Yeah, so just be really careful. There's more fraud than ever. If it sounds too good to be true, we're all excited about every order. I still have, no, I can't show you on my phone because I'm using it right now. See how experienced I am with this live video thing? I still have the PayPal app on my phone, so it cha-chings, okay, when I get a sale. I get excited about the $7 sale as much as I get excited about the $700 sale, okay? I get excited about every sale. And this time, when sales are few and far between, okay, and your transaction count's way down, and you're looking at your bank account and it's not what you want it to be, it's very easy for that too good to be true situation to be thought of as completely honest and believable. So if it's too good to be true, take extra precautions, double check it, but always use your those authorization numbers. Do not use somebody giving you on their phone or showing you on their phone that the transaction went through. That is not a valid way to do it. Always check with your bank. And as I covered yesterday, please be checking your bank account balance regularly now, even though it's depressing, because, okay, this is the time when fraud happens. Hey, Deanna, how are you? Good to have you join us tonight. Fraud was on my list. Offsite backup. We talked about SBA.gov. Oh, just before I came on, so new legislation being filed tonight by Senators Murphy, Merkley, and Van Hollen, and I totally slaughtered their names, but that's not what's important, is the Main Street Grant Program Act. Now, this is not legislation yet, but it is proposed legislation, so it's a great time to... Hey, Julie Jankowicz is joining us. Jankowicz. That is Julie J. Jankowicz. I pronounced that correctly for those of you that think I didn't. Didn't I, Julie? And we're going to do our cheer and get our cheer outfits just like that video. The Main Street Grant Program Act is a piece of legislation that was filed this evening by those... Hey, Julie. By those senators, okay, that I mentioned before... Okay, that we want all senators to hop on, because this would allow small businesses like us to go right to the Treasury, okay, for a grant of money to continue operating, okay, to operating expenses, not a loan, okay, and that is huge. This is like what you hear for other people's bailouts, okay? This is a Main Street bailout, small business bailout, okay, of which we all qualify in, okay, and would allow us to bypass that. The condition of the legislation, which is really very good, is it would remain a grant, okay, and would only convert to a loan, okay, if the small business did not return to 80% of their payroll prior to the this incident, prior to the COVID-19 incident, disaster, within 12 months after the disaster is over. So after the disaster declaration is over, okay, you'd have to return your payroll. So it's to keep jobs on Main Street, okay, and to keep small businesses on Main Street. It's a great piece of legislation. It's actually would be something that would be helping small businesses, and I hope it gets some traction. So I'm actually very happy with these senators for pushing this legislation forward. I'll be talking to my contacts on the Hill and advocating for this. But and that is an uphill battle with these guys. But I want this legislation. This would be amazing if we could get legislation like the big guys get. Okay, if we could get a bailout that actually affected us, and that we didn't have to worry about how it got back and everything else, that would be truly wonderful. So it was a great piece of legislation. It was just filed literally before I went on live tonight, but that is the details of that. Okay. Let's see, hang on a second, let me put back on my glasses here. I just want to make sure I'm getting all the issues that everybody's wanted me to cover today. Okay, so let's talk about money, okay, because one of the other big issue that keeps on coming up in my inbox is consignor payouts. Everybody's worried that on the day they reopen, okay, if they are closed... yes, small business is the backbone of the United States of America, and it will continue to be, because hope will spread faster than COVID-19. Nothing is better than the hope that we have in this group, and the hope for the future, okay? Our best days are ahead of us, not behind us, and I can promise you that, because we're all in this together. We're going to get to the other side of it together, okay? The other big issue that I keep on getting hit on is consignor payables, okay? Many stores are closed now, and they are very worried, okay? And this is not a judgment. Again, this is a completely judgment-free zone. You email me, you contact me, you reach out to me. I never say, how stupid are you? And has anybody that I've ever worked with, has that been the first words out of my mouth? No, okay? You're in a situation for whatever reason. There's no judgment here. But that is a huge concern for a lot of stores, is quote-unquote a run on the bank, okay? And that everybody's going to be lining up on April 1st or April 7th or whenever you're able to reopen, and you're going to have this huge run on the bank, okay? I can assure you that first and foremost, not everyone is going to show up on day one looking for money. Okay, that is first and foremost. Second, we're going to need to conserve cash. Cash is king. So if you don't need to spend it right now, hang on to that cash, okay? Everybody else can wait. Inventory is super important, okay? So you want to maintain that inventory. You want to maintain your relationships with your staff, and you want to maintain your relationships with your consignors, okay? So those are two really important things, okay? Landlords will wait for money. Electric company will wait for money. Insurance companies, states are working on that, but yes, you need to pay your insurance in the short run, but there are likely to be deferrals for that. There's deferrals for sales tax in many states already. So pay what has to be paid, okay? And that's inventory and your staff, okay? And hang on to cash. And most importantly, take care of yourself. Make sure you get a good meal. Okay, but this is a good time for a diet, and I'll cover that in a second. Okay, make sure you get a good meal, make sure you get a good night's rest, and that you take care of yourself. Okay, because that's super important too. But if you do all that, you live to fight another day. Not everybody's going to show up on the first. I had one of my managers today is like, we're going to get so slammed on the first day we reopen with incoming, and I'm like, actually, we'll probably get slammed on the first Saturday or Sunday of incoming, not on the first day that we're open. We're not going to be the first place everybody goes. Okay, but we are a place for comfort for a lot of people. Okay, and we do provide a great place and a community for our community. So that will happen. And if we need to be honest with our consignors, I wouldn't worry about it now. Worry about today, worry about tomorrow, worry about taking care of your family. Okay? And we can work on strategies as we get closer to an end, depending on how long this has gone on. Okay? With shoppers, absolutely. And I know we're going to. I mean, I'm excited about shoppers. That's one of the staffs that I haven't laid off right now is my processing team. So they've been processing inventory still like crazy, so that we have lots of new inventory for our shoppers when they return. But I've already saw today, because we are still open on a limited basis, people are getting antsy. What were people in shopping for today? They were shopping for toys for their kids. Okay, today was a little warmer. We sold a few clothes today. One of the big things we sold today was dish sets. Okay, people are stuck at home and they've been eating at home. They need something, and they're running out of paper plates or whatever they've been eating on. Okay, so we sold a ton of dish sets today, which was just crazy. It's like Thanksgiving for dish sets when people think they're going to have the family over. So we've been selling a lot of things like that in the short run. So we're happy to do that. We've been shipping all sorts of just weird things. From books to Legos to you name it, weird things that we've been shipping. But again, those $7 orders, $70 orders, or $700 orders, just happy to have them. So anything that's putting a little bit of money in the bank, or not even in the bank, in our pocket, okay, in the register. And keep in mind, the people you're going to hear from the most first for consignor payouts are your bottom feeders, the people that you owe the least amount of money to, whose stuff was junk that you shouldn't have taken in the first place, your pity takes, things like that. Anybody that you owe any sizable amount of money to, if it comes to that, is going to get the big picture of it and is more than anything going to want you to still be here tomorrow. There was a story on the news on the way home tonight, of this caterer who had booked this bar mitzvah and had it all booked, and the payment for the food. He was a caterer and had received the payment for the food before all this, and now obviously the bar mitzvah party is not happening and everything else. And the client said, actually, keep the money and take care of your crew. And there's more of that good out there. There's more of that hope. There is more of that good in this world. Okay, I assure you, there is more of that than a person who's going to be upset that you owe them $1,000 and you can't pay them on April 1st, but you'll take care of them on May 1st, okay? They know where to find you because you're still standing, and they want you still standing and part of the community. So that's more important. One of the other things that's been a side effect of some of this is I've heard from several of you is especially people that I've worked with directly over the years, is you won't believe it, we finally laid Susie off. And it's like, really? It took a pandemic for you to fire the person you should have fired years ago. And I don't do that to make light of the pandemic that we are all dealing with. But hey, if that's what it takes for you to get rid of the employee that you should have gotten rid of and gotten that weight off of you a long time ago, well, so be it in the short run. But let's not spend too much time worrying about that with your payouts. We will get to the other side of this, and everything. And and we're going to work on some other strategies in the coming days, because one of the other things I want to get us out of is panic mode, okay? Because no one makes good decisions when they're panicked or when they are. Come on, Nicholas, this one's for you. Are you still with me, or did you tune me out? Okay, you don't make good decisions if you're panicked or you're drunk. So I want to get us moving forward into some good decisions and good long-term things for your business. And so we'll be talking, in the coming days about some great pricing strategies, some great discount strategies, some great promotions to do. And I'll have some guest ideas on great promotions on that. Oh, yes, Laura. I won't even go there on how we closed the bar down and how to order in McDonald's. But hey, that's all good. It was a memorable experience. But we will get to the other side of this, and so we need to work on strategies and prepping our businesses for the influx that is going to come, and being able to handle that swiftly. So both from an incoming perspective, because when that flood comes in of merchandise, and it's going to come. I actually got a call today from one of our charity partners, one of the people that picks up from us every week, and they were checking to make sure that we were going to be open on our normal pickup day of Tuesday, because they've been so slammed, okay, with donation appointments that they didn't want to send the truck if they could skip the appointment and book somebody else in. So there is a huge amount of cleaning. One of the people that is in my CEO mentoring group, okay, that I participate in, is does the at-home dumpster rentals, and they have been unbelievably slammed. She's like up 30% from last March, and with trucks. I mean, but she's facing challenges too, because there's parts. She had a truck have to go in for service, and there are part shortages and such with what's happening around the world. So, and there's not just you just can't go down to the auto parts store, Advanced Automotive or O'Reilly's or whatever. I'm not a good person to name auto parts stores. I know how to put gas in my car. But that is not that there's availability problems with that. So that is some challenges. Everybody's facing different challenges, but people are definitely cleaning out. But I'm excited and hopeful if we're allowed to stay open this weekend, if the state of Massachusetts allows us, that we'll have some people out, because there's a lot of ants in the pants going on at home with people, as some of you that have been locked down a little longer already, I'm sure, know. So we covered consignor payouts, we covered the SBA, which I'll post about, and all my stuff with that. Let's see, Main Street grant program, we covered that. We've previously covered unemployment, but really, don't worry about other people that you owe money to, just communicate with them. So so again, you're keeping food, shelter, your heat on in your house, okay, full belly. You're taking care of your employees that you have on, and you're taking care of your consignors as your priorities, okay? Those things let you live to fight another day. So, my barnyard dance was such a hit last night. Was it? I've gotten rave reviews of that, okay? I don't know why, but I got rave reviews of my barnyard dance last night. If you missed the barnyard dance last night, I am told it's a hoot. and definitely worth tuning in for. Zach's going to make it his wedding dance. It came out of a book that I read last night, and was one that I used to read to my daughter when she was little all the time. So I was asked to find another inspiring book for you this evening. And are you ready for story time? Is Lily ready, Russell? I don't know. He may have tuned me out at this point. Okay. Well, tonight's book is by Dr. Seuss and is Fox and Socks. Are you ready for some Fox and Socks? I'm going to put on my glasses for this. Take it slowly. This book is dangerous. All right. Hey, Lily, this one's for you. We're going to take it slowly because this book is dangerous. Fox and Socks by Dr. Seuss. From Mitzi Long and Audrey Diamond of the Mount Soledad Lingual Laboratories. My daughter always wanted to read all the notes, or I got in trouble and I had to start over from the beginning. Fox, socks, box, knocks. Knocks in box, fox in socks. Knocks on fox, in socks in box. Socks on knocks and knocks in box. Fox in socks and box on knocks. Chicks with bricks come, chicks with blocks come. Chicks with bricks and blocks and clocks come. Look, sir, Mr. Knox, sir. Let's do tricks with bricks and blocks, sir. Let's do tricks with chicks and clocks, sir. First I'll make a quick trick brick stack, then I'll make a quick trick block stack. You can make a quick trick chick stack, you can make a quick trick clock stack. And here's a new trick, Mr. Knox. Socks on chicks and chicks on fox, fox on clocks and bricks and blocks. Bricks and blocks and knocks and box. Oh my. Now we come to ticks and tocks, sir. Try to say this, Mr. Knox, sir. Clocks on fox, tick. Clocks on knocks, talk. Sick, bricks, tick. Sick, chicks, talk. That was a tough one. Please, sir, I don't like this trick, sir. My tongue isn't quick or slick, sir. I get all these ticks and clocks, sir, mixed up with the chicks and talk, sir. I can't do it, Mr. Fox, sir. I'm so sorry, Mr. Knox, sir. Here's an easy game to play. Here's an easy thing to say. New socks, two socks. Whose socks? Sue's socks. Who sews whose socks? Who sews Sue's socks? My mother-in-law will never sew my socks. Side note there. Who sees who sew whose new socks, sir? You see Sue sew Sue's new socks, sir. That's not easy, Mr. Fox, sir. Who comes? Crow comes. Slow Joe Crow comes. Who sews crow's clothes? Sue sews crow's clothes. Slow Joe Crow sews Sue's clothes. Sue's clothes. My mother-in-law doesn't like it when she has to sew my clothes either. Sue sews socks of fox in socks now. Slow Joe Crow sews knocks in a box now. I swear she throws some of my clothes out just because it needs to be sewed a little bit. Sue sews rose on Slow Joe Crow's clothes. Fox sews hose on Slow Joe Crow's nose. On his nose? Hose grows, rose goes, hose goes some. Crow's rose grows some. Mr. Fox, I hate this game, sir. This game makes my tongue quite lame, sir. Mr. Knox, sir, what a shame, sir. Well, find something new to do. Here's a list of lots of new blue goo now. New goo, blue goo, gooey gooey, blue goo. New goo, gluey gluey. Gooey goo for chewy chewing. That's what this goose is doing. Do you choose to chew goose too, sir? If, sir, you, sir, choose to chew, sir, with the goose chew, sir, do, sir. Whoa. Mr. Fox, sir, I won't do it. I can't say it. I won't chew it. Very well, sir. Step this way. We will find another game to play. Bim comes, Ben comes. Bim brings Ben broom. Ben brings Bim broom. Ben bends Bim's broom. Bim bends Ben's broom. Bim's bends Ben's bends. Ben's bent broom breaks. Ben bent broom breaks. Ben's band, Bim's band. Big bands, pig bands? Bim and Ben lead the bands with brooms. Ben's band bangs, Bim's band booms. Pig band, boom band, big band, broom band. My poor mouth can't say that, no sir. My poor mouth is much too slow, sir. Well then, bring your mouth this way. I'll find it something it can say. Luke likes lakes. Luke's duck likes lakes. Luke licks lakes. Luke's duck licks lakes. Duck takes licks in lakes. Luke likes. Luke takes licks in lakes. Ducks likes. I'm totally messing this up. I'm sorry, Lily. I can't blab such blibber blubber. My tongue isn't made of rubber. Mr. Knox, now come now. Come now, you don't have to be so dumb now. Try to say this, Mr. Knox, please. Through three cheese trees, 3 free fleas flew. While these fleas flew, freezy breeze blew. Freezy breeze made these 3 trees freeze. Freezy trees made these trees freeze. That's what made these 3 fleas sneeze. Stop it! Stop it! Stop it! That's enough, sir! I can't say such silly stuff, sir! Very well then, Mr. Knox, sir. Let's have a little talk about Tweedle Beetles. What do you know about Tweedle Beetles? Well, when you Tweedle Beetles fight, it's called a Tweedle Beetle battle. And when they paddle in a puddle, it's a Tweedle Beetle bottle battle. And when the Tweedle Beetles battle with paddles in a puddle, they call it a Tweedle Beetle puddle battle. And when beetles battle beetles in a puddle battle, and then the beetle puddle is a puddle in a bottle, they call this a Tweedle Beetle puddle battle muddle. And when beetles fight these battles in a bottle with their paddles and the bottles on a poodle, and the poodle's eating noodles, they call it a muddle puddle tweedle poodle beetle noodle bottle paddle battle. And now wait a minute, Mr. Socks Fox. When a fox is in a bottle where the Tweedle Beetle battles with their paddles in a puddle on a noodle-eating poodle, this is what they call a Tweedle Beetle noodle poodle buttle paddle muddle duddled fuddled waddled fox and socks, sir. Huh? Fox and socks, our game is done, sir. Thank you for a lot of fun, sir. Oh my God, I should preview these books before I actually get onto the thing. Oh my God, that was more than I was ready for, Russell. I hope Lily had a blast with that, and anyone else that watched this, I hope I entertained you with that and brought you some joy. I hope I brought you some hope tonight. Okay? Because hope is more contagious than COVID-19. It is more contagious. You have to remember that in moments of darkness, we are there for each other. Okay? You, yes, I am talking to you, are not alone running this store. You have everybody in it with you. Everybody is there with you. I am there. I am hugging you virtually. I'm jumping up and down for you virtually. I am hopping up and down. I am having Scott's peanut butter cup tonight for him virtually. I am there. I'm drinking Nicholas's scotch for him virtually. And I am there for all... Lily's going to watch it again. That's awesome. I love hearing that. Okay? I am there for you all again. Okay? And I'm there for you all the time. Reach out to me anytime. I am Neil at ECiStores.com. You can find me on Facebook. Most of you have my phone number. You know where to find me there. I answer your questions, your comments, anything that you need. But reach out to all of your support network. This family of narcs is there for you and is your support network. Your fellow resale stores are there for you. We're all going to be here for each other through this all and to the other side and beyond, because the best days are ahead of us, not behind us. You are not alone running this store. My name is Neil Abramson. I do weddings, bar mitzvahs, carnivals, and sideshows. Have a great night, everybody.